Hi guys, I'm back with another Transformers toy review. This time we're looking at Combat Megatron. This is from the Transformers Siege War for Cybertron line, and specifically this is from the Generation Select line. I've got the other two figures so far in the range, the Red Swoop and the Ricochet, and I just thought I'd show them all side by side. The packaging is exactly the same, obviously just with a different sticker on there with Combat Megatron on, so I'm not going to show you that. Instructions are the same as the other Voyager class Siege War for Cybertron figure, so I'm not going to show you that. So that's all exactly the same. It doesn't come with any character cards or anything else like that. So there he is alongside two deluxe figures, just to give you a bit of a size comparison. So I'm going to take those two guys and move them out of the way for now. Put them over here, and we'll have a look at figure himself, and then we'll do a bit more of a size comparison with a few other figures. So yeah, he's got a new deco for this, and he's also got a new head. So it does look a bit like the IDW Megatron, if anything. Actually, you get a bit of extra head articulation, so you get a little bit of up in here and down. The head rotates pretty much all around. You can see where it's fixed on a ball peg there. The face is painted like a real dark grey, almost black with red eyes. I've probably got a few little specks just on his chin here, but you get some really nice paintwork on the chest. So this is all painted almost like a camo grey and then green over the top, and then the Megatron with the lightning symbols. You've got his kind of G2 insignia with MGTN 95, so I guess Megatron 95, and then again more paint up here as well. The gun itself is painted green, and then it sort of fades out to black. Same with this gun here, fades out to black with red in here, red in here. Green paint that's used on the legs, so you don't get the same kind of greyish paint on here. Nothing on the feet, and again that same kind of deco on the back here as well. Articulation is exactly the same. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention is white paint on the fists here as well. Articulation is all exactly the same, so I'll just run through all of that quickly so you can see. Lots of articulation, waist swivel, legs come out to here, here, swivel here, deep bend in the knee there. These bits do come out, but they almost sort of click out here. Oh, and popped his heel off. So you can move that forward and back. I've seen people use some of the weaponizers where you can plug them into here. So there are various different ports where you can plug other weapons on. And he looks pretty awesome, I've got to admit. You can do obviously different things with the weapons. You can pop the guns on here if you like to. You can hold them in his hand, so you can hold this as a sword or just a gun. Just to show you him alongside the original Siege Megatron that's, you know, not really too long been released. Show you those two side by side. So you can see the main difference, obviously the deco is different, but mould wise the main difference is that the head sculpt here, which is significantly different. Apart from that, all the weapons and everything else that you get with him is exactly the same, and obviously transforms the same way and everything else like that. Other few ones I'd show you with is this the Botcon Pretender one, and then also the little Combat Megatron here that came in the set here as well, so significantly smaller. Also in that set you did get a little Target Master kind of Astro Train, so you could actually use that as a Target Master, and you can hold it in his hand should you wish to. We've also got the Power of the Primes Optimus here, the kind of G2 Optimus. And those stand side by side and they scale fairly well. Megatron's just a little bit thicker set, I would say, out of the two. We've also got the other G2 Megatron. I think this one was a Takara release. And again, those two look pretty good side by side. Bit of a different look for those two. I think you get an option to put a different sticker on that one. I can't remember if you do or not. The other thing I thought I'd show off is with Laserbeak. I don't think I've done a proper review of him. I know with Soundwave there's a feature where you can bring his legs down and peg him on this and have him on the side here. But if you tuck his legs in, you can sort of peg him on here like this. So you can kind of, if you sort of rotate it around, I'm trying to think what the best way to do it is to have him like that. So you can have him on his arm like that if you want to. So that'd be quite cool to have him posed like that, as if he's ready to sort of pass some information on, a bit like, looks a bit like off the Transformers 86 movie, that bit. So I just thought I'd show you that, guys, that. Right, so we've had a look at him in robot mode. The other thing I forgot to mention paint-wise is this midsection here is all painted white, which is kind of like a matte finish to it. But it's done okay, there's no issues with it. You've got a plug in the back here for a flight stand, should you so wish. Let's try and see if we've got a better one here. And rotate it around. I think that one's got the right thing to it. Or does it? I can't get that one there, but you do have a plug in the back here for a flight stand, so you can use it with it. I think I've perhaps knocked a bit off this one. Not entirely sure. I'll try it with another one, just to be sure. Perhaps it doesn't fit in. Right, I'm not going to try that again. So I'm not entirely sure on the flight stand. There is another one there. So let's try that. That fits straight in. So you can have him in this kind of floating pose. I'll just sort out the camera a second. Right. Oh. Obviously you have to sort it out and kind of get it in a proper pose or anything else like that, but it does work. This one's just a little bit loose in there, so that can be done. Right, what we'll do next is we're going to take a look at him in his vehicle mode, his tank mode, and we'll have some further comparisons too. So we'll take a look at him now. Right, here we are. We've got them all in their vehicle mode, tank mode to be exact, and yeah, it all gets together pretty well. I don't know if I got this bit pegged in properly. You have to sort of, that's in properly now. If you know if you haven't got it in right, because it just doesn't kind of sit right and this bit moves around. The only bit I'm slightly worried about is where this is all painted white. Obviously these legs peg over this bit here. Potentially you get a bit of wear and tear on the white paint here. But other than that, I mean, there's a lot of paint added on here, all across here, all the camouflage stuff. This is done really nicely. I love the sort of fade from green to black and then green to black again on the gun. This rotates around nicely without any issues. You've got a couple of pegs here for the guns here. This underneath here is painted black. You can't really see it too much apart from sort of face on really. but it's done quite nicely. Just missing a couple of little touches around here, whereas on this one you've got the little headlights painted and on the side. So it's kind of, they've kind of got extra paint decos in different places really, but both done equally as well. But even if you've got this one, I think this one's well worth getting hold of if you can track it down. I actually picked mine up from Kapow Toys. I'll pop a link down. You got red paint in the turret there and along here, and this is the tiny little kind of Legends version here. You can see slightly different paint deco. This is grey plastic with a more of a kind of metallic green, and again with the MGT 95, so the Megatron 95 on the side here, all done very nicely. So I may even have these two side by side. Perhaps have this one tank one, this one in robot mode, I don't know, but yeah, they do all look very nice together, and as said, I do recommend it if you can pick it up for the right price. I would just pay like the retail price on it. I wouldn't go over the top and buy it on eBay for some of the crazy prices people have been quoting on there. So if it's a case of holding out, I would wait and see if you can pick them up from online retail rather than secondary sales places like eBay and things like that, because you'll probably end up paying nearly twice the price. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye bye for now.